Hey guys, welcome. And let me get over to comments. We're back there. Awesome. So I saw Cindy and Sue here earlier, and I do see 3 sets of eyeballs. Um, so let me tell you guys up front, I got my paper share order yesterday. So at the end, hey Jamie Gibbs. At the end, if you want to stick around, all I did was open the box so far. I have not opened any of the paper packs or anything. So I'm going to go through those. Um, so if you want to stick around, I told Dave I'll probably be a little bit late tonight because it'll probably go past 9. I'll be lucky if I get these 2 things done in the hour. I'm so excited. So welcome everybody. Tony Stamps, you're spending some time with me. Tony Tesler is my real name. Tony Stamps, that's my channel. So we do all sorts of paper crafty stuff here. Cards, scrapbooks. Today we're doing a waterfall card that is going to hold 4 to 6 gift cards. Then we're also going to make this cool little folio thing that will hold some Christmas teas. So like a little gifty if you need. Okay, so couple things. Paper pumpkins. So hey Carol. So I just got my December kit and I've not opened it yet, but it's pretty enough. It's like watercolor, greens, blues, like I guess wintry flowers or something. I don't know. Looks pretty cool. But the dies for the next quarter came out. So the ones for January, February, March, and I'll have to post a picture of that on my Facebook page with the number. They're $12, same as they've always been. But it coordinates with those next 3 months of kits. Um, I talked about the paper share that I will be showing at the end. So hopefully I'll be able to cut that. I've actually got a pool tournament that should be all day Saturday. So I'm going to start cutting for the paper share tomorrow night and then Sunday and hopefully have it out Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. Hi, Anna. Um, so my other big news was, I like Unity stamps. And every year they have this, they're growing in Unity girls. And there's been some guys too, but they had their signups like 2 weeks ago for 2026. And I had a week earlier this year. And they just it's a random drawing. It's not like, oh, they're, looking at your stuff and figuring who's good enough or whatever. None of that. It is random drawing. But I got another week for 2026. So that'll be awesome. And it's in July. I think it's the last weekend in July. I don't know. But I was excited to see July because that means I can do Christmas in July because I love their Christmas stuff. So I'm very excited about that for 2026. And yeah, 52 people get picked. They have a different person every week sharing their ideas. And that's cool. So the other thing that I have to tell you, next week, Thursday is Christmas. I'm not going to be here because I'm probably going to be doing dishes and cleaning up, all that stuff, exhausted. So next week I will be here either Tuesday or Saturday. I'm hoping for Tuesday because I hope we have our pool league starts again next week, which is dumb that it starts right before Christmas, but it does. Hey Marlene, hey Lisa. Um, so we may have a bye for our Tuesday night because we did last session. So I'm hopeful because I will take that time and come live Tuesday at 8. And if you're busy, you just watch it later. But I really want it Tuesday versus Saturday because I had 2 waterfall project ideas to share. And I just knew time wise, I was only going to get through one of them tonight. Hey, Gail. So I want to share the other one with you. The other one is like a trifold thing. So I will keep you posted. I will update my Facebook page and create the event, whatever. So Jamie, you were just checking matches on the app this morning and it doesn't have any dates until January 7th. Yeah, they haven't put the teams in for Monday or Tuesday yet. I think they did for Wednesday, right? Maybe not, because you guys don't play next week anyway on Wednesday. But you should have played this week. And that. No, wait, no. Did this week start your first week of the session? Maybe. It's just weird how they've got the schedules. But yeah, I've been checking every day and they've not posted our schedules for Monday or Tuesday yet. So I'll just have to let you guys know that. So if everybody got here later, if you want to stick around after the end of this, I'm going to open up all the paper packs because I got my paper share order. And we're just going to flip through that stuff. Okay. So let's get cracking. So we're going to start with a something to hold a bunch of gift cards. So Jamie, you did play last night for the new season. Okay, so you guys Thursday, Friday, they've already got you set up yet. But with Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday, they're just like taking their time. Hopefully, it'll be. Hey, Carol, we got 2 Carols. Um, so yeah, I'm going to show you my paper share at the end. So if you don't want to see, then you can sign off. All right. So our first thing. So this is my prototype. My idea was if you like to give more than one gift card, right? For like a bunch of things. Yeah, pair share, paper share. So if you want to give somebody something like a bunch of different gift cards. So usually we'll make something that will hold like one gift card. Well, I wanted multiples. So this is my prototype. Ignore the fact that it's Blush Blossom. It's old cardstock. And it doesn't quite open all the way. So this will hold, I say 4 to 6, because I don't know if you want to put something here, like something pretty. But look at this, you guys. This is so much easier than I thought. So here's the reason why prototypes. This main piece that I cut for this waterfall was not long enough. I didn't realize that. It was only 8.5. And I needed it to be about an inch different, an inch longer, so that this would all open up. But this is still fine. I could still use this. I would just like write something on a piece of white, do my writing or stamping, and then tack it down. So, but this goes in so easy. And I mean, I haven't ever made these in like 25 years because I thought it was too hard. And it's really not. The crazy part is that there's only 2 little bits that are down here that are keeping this whole thing attached. It's just crazy. And the fact that it goes so smooth, I'm just surprised. All right, so this is what we're making, and this finished size, it's kind of big. It's 5.5 by 6.5. So, hey, Sandy and Gloria's here, and Dana, awesome. So 5.5 by 6.5. You would have to make an envelope special to like put this in, but it's just like a large card. I didn't do any, any spine on the side. I figured we're gonna do ribbon closures on this side to keep it shut. But I just love it. All right, so let's get into it. So we're gonna do, I'm using these Elegant Pines papers because I've just got, a little bit of these left. And I figured they were pretty. So I'm pairing that with shaded spruce. There's a lot of different shades of green in here. And always, I've already started my blog post for tonight because, I'm going to be so busy Saturday. I don't know when I was going to get to it. So hopefully I can get this blog posted tonight. But measurements. So measurements are all going to be there. It's just going to we're going to need the video for like, how do we assemble? So let's get rid of this, our base piece. So like I said, our finished size is 5.5 by 6.5. So I've got a 6.5 by 11 piece of shaded spruce, and we're going to score that at 5.5. And that will be the base of our card. So put that aside. Then we've got, this is the actual waterfall mechanism. This piece is 5 inches wide by 9.5 long. So what we need to do is score at a 1/2 inch for every panel that we want to have. And this one has 6 panels. So I'm going to go 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. So that is these little panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Then we've got, I can put this scoring thing away for now. Another piece of shaded spruce. This is 1 by 6, and this is actually going to keep everything in place. This is like the, I forget what piece they call it, but that's important piece. Then we've got our panels. So I made these 3 by 5. I don't know what I was thinking. I watched so many videos in the last 2 weeks, you guys, that I ended up like writing notes and drawing stuff. I've taken like pieces and bits from probably 4 different people that put together these videos. So nothing is the same. But 3 by 5. So these are the size of my panels, these right here. So we're going to start with scoring all of our, well, folding and burnishing all of our score lines. And I just folded them all in one direction because that's really the way they're going. All right. Now, when you fold these, you want to make sure everything stays nice and square, top to bottom, side to side, all the things. Yeah, when we made these years ago, I never made one. I know I was at Minnesota at my friend Virginia's house, and our friend Di made a card, and it was like a regular A2 card size, and the squares on it were like 2 by 2. And I mean, it was cool, but I was like, I'm not making that. Like, hey, Peggy, yeah, you could put lottery tickets in these also, Marlene. Yep, you could put a lot of stuff. So anyway, I always thought that's too much work for these waterfalls, but duh, it's so easy. All right, so we've got this piece. All right, this is going to be like the bottom of our waterfall that we're pulling out. This top piece, we're going to start right here with this first fold. What we want to do is attach every one of these panels. So 3 by 5 panel, our, I guess our mechanism really is 5 inches wide. So I wanted it to be the same width. I just like the looks of that better. Some people make this smaller, and when I watched their videos and saw them pulling it and pushing it, it just seemed a little bit more flexible than I liked. So this seemed more like sturdier, having it the same width, you know? All right, so we're gonna start with this first panel. Cover, glue all over the whole thing. And I'm sure you could use tape, but you know, I prefer glue for this. Now I want, you know, the bottom edge to be right at the edge of this flap. So I will do my old hold it at the bottom, you know, of my tap it in, and you want to make sure everything stays lined up. So we've got the edge here and everything is straight across, right? We don't want any wonky. If you have wonky, you want to address it immediately by like trimming whatever you need to. So that's our first panel. Now we're going to fold this down and see how now we've got the second panel, and we're going to do the same exact thing. Glue. And then I'm going to flip it upside down so that I can butt this up on my table. So bottom to bottom, side to side, everything nice and where it should be. Yep. Nice, nice, nice. And we'll go in and burnish this. Burnish, burnish, burnish all of this down. And then we're going to fold it again. And we're doing this for every flap. So we've got 6 flaps that we want to add. And again. So you could definitely play around with measurements. If you thought 6 is too many, maybe you want 5. Feel free. I wanted to have options. Options, options. All right, and then folding it down again. So we've got the next panel. Jamie, are you giving your dad a bunch of gift cards? All right, same bottom to bottom, side to side. Because like I said, this could, I would say 4 to 6. I mean, it could go 3, whatever. Maybe you want to have some little love notes on the panels in between. All right, 2 more. And yeah, it doesn't hurt to burnish down, you know, in between. Not this year, Jamie. Okay. Because you know. All right, so we're getting there. I love it. So I will tell you, when I had my prototype, I did get a little wonky, like over here on one of the panels, and I just straightened it up. Didn't even worry about it. All right, and then our last one. So we're just pinching that down. And of course, you don't have to do these all the same color. So I like all the tone on tone, and it kind of hides mistakes. But if you wanted to have, you know, a black mechanism and red or green cards, like whatever, go for it. All right, so here is our waterfall mechanism. What we need is, we need something to secure it down here so that it actually just stays in place when we can, you know, pull this out. So that's where our 1-inch strip comes in handy. All right, so we're actually going to take this on the very last flap. So, or well, first, however way you want to think it. And what we're going to do is glue this on the back side. All right, and so I'm going to flip this around just so I can see it better. But we want to put glue just on this part. And this is where some people differ. Some people want to put it on the front. Some people want to put it up a little bit. I just liked it right at the very end and along the back side. Now, I didn't get that exactly perfect. You want it kind of even, like these bits hanging off on the side, but worry about this more. Get this nice and flat. Let's burnish this down. Then what we do is wrap these. So I didn't do any scoring. I'm just gonna pinch it around because you want it to go around to the back side. And remember, right now, nothing's attached, okay? But all we're gonna do is, we're gonna put glue on this side of the flaps, like the, I guess the back sides. We don't wanna glue the flaps to this. We wanna glue the flaps to our base, all right, which is gonna be here. And I can tell already, this is, my measurements were a little bit off. So I had this at 9.5. I might want it to be 9. Let me just see. Nope, that'll be fine. It's just going to be right to the edge. And so that means my tab is going to hang out. Boo! You know what? Nope, we're changing this. So instead of 6.5 by 11, I'm going to make this, let's go 7.5. See, I only did 1 prototype, not 2. All right, we could even go 7. All right, 7 by 11. Let me get a new piece of paper. All right, where's my shaded spruce? Yeah, because I want this to be, I'll use this for something else. All right, 7 by 11. And now I'm going to have to make sure I update my blog post because I did already start to write that. All right, 7 by 11, still score at 5.5. All right. Oops, I want the big end. Okay. And this will be fine. Oh, you know what's going to happen now? Because I already cut all my designer pieces. So you know what? I'm going to have to add a little something at the bottom. I will make do. All right, so open this up. Oh, and I'm going to have to recut this white. You know, it would have been easier just to cut this, but I don't want to. We'll recut the other stuff. Okay, so on this side of our card, if we have our flaps like this, like open, we want to put glue right on the top. Glue, glue, glue. And then we're going to fold them, tuck them behind. And this is the only thing that gets glued. All right. And then, you know, get this as even as you want. I'm okay with that. And then let's just hold these in place. Oopsie. That's the part that I couldn't get over in my head was it is only those two little bits that get glued. All right. And that's what keeps everything in place. All right. Okay. Yeah, Jamie, you said you were probably going to go over there, which is all good. You should. All right. Now, here's the magic. So I'm going to put it a little pull tab on this, but oh, what did I glue shut here, you guys? All right, problem. I got glue somewhere that I shouldn't have. Let me see what's going on. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yep, it is caught on something. Oh. Yeah, here we are. I just got to get it started. I love it. Okay, so again, I got it a little bit like it's not laying flat, but I think that's okay. Yeah, well, glue must have stuck somewhere, but look at this, you guys. That goes up so easy. I'm shocked. All right, so I do want to add a little tab to here. So just you could take any circle punch. This is my favorite round tab punch. And I do want to do like make a little score mark here. So you could either just add a tab. You could add ribbon. I'm just going to go with this tab for right now. And I want to glue this. Oh, Penny. Yep. All right, we want that kind of in the middle. And then I'm going to pull this out and then finish gluing this on the back. Yeah, Penny, I started with this waterfall thing that's holding multiple gift cards, but I already like kind of messed it up and I'm going to have to recut some papers, but you guys, I love this. So I just made this a little tight when I put the 1x6 piece around the side. I love it. All right, so let's add our designer papers. I can at least do that. So you need 6 pieces, and you don't need 6 pieces. Like you can just leave these plain and, you know, glue in your gift cards however you want, but I'm dolling them all up. So 6 pieces that are 2 3/4 by 4 3/4 because our panels are all 3 by 5. So we'll just figure out. I use 3 pieces and front and back of each one. Actually, I'm just going to go this way. So I'm not tarting up every single panel other than adding this designer paper. All right. And I wonder if this is something I should have done before I put it together, but I think it's going to be fine. All right. So yeah, I love all the pretty papers. And you could even put pictures up here or something, you know, do some little writing. So I'm just going to flatten these out. Okay, I do want this side. But I like this size too because it made me think of you could put this in your journal or in a scrapbook. All right. And really change the size to, like, you know, add pictures. All right, 2 more. Oh, and you know what? I just realized, just thought of how I'm going to fix my dilemma with the front and back covers not being the right size. Okay, let's put this on. Now, if you wanted to have writing on this piece right here, you probably just cut your paper, do your writing, and then glue it in. You can also add a white panel down here. Let's get this in first. So right here, all of this space is a perfect area for writing. And that's actually, I did not measure that. Let's see. So I want this to be 4 3/4 wide. And actually, I'm just going to use this scrap since it's wrong. And then I want it to go up a little bit. Let's do 5 by 4 3/4. Okay. All right. 5 by 4 3/4. And I'm saying 5 inches tall because I want to get it up under this part. All right, so that'll be like that. Oh yeah, perfect. All right. So just to tuck it up under there a tiny little bit. And keep everything straight-ish. Now again, if you wanted to stamp on this, you might want to do it before you glue it in, like in case you mess up. I love this. So, so much. You could stamp a whole thing in there and write, and then we just fold that right up there. So if you don't like this, add a little strip of designer paper if you don't like this white hanging out at the end. But, oh my God, I love it. And it slides so easy. So yeah, my prototype, I did ribbon. You don't have to. You don't, you know, if you want to, you can. All right, so now this piece, I have to redo my front and back covers. I had, oh, look at that. That's hanging out. I might as well do some ribbon if it's going to hang out anyway. All right, so these are going to be short, but what I can do is change my measurements. So we said, let's see, this was 7. So instead of 6.5, it is 7 by 11. And then our white, so this will be, these need to be 5 1/4 by 6 3/4. All right, 6 3/4. So I've got to recut a piece of white. For the inside. And we're just going to imagine that these are 5 1/4 by 6 3/4. But I'm going to cut them in half. And, whoa, I did not mean to bang my camera. All right, 6 1/2. No, wait, 6 1/4. So this would be like 3 1/8 is half. and 3 1/8 on this one. 3 1/8. And then let's just take this leftover strip and we'll like piece it together. So I said that was 5 1/4, right? 5 1/4. And what is this? I can do 1 inch and 5 1/4 and 1 inch. That way I don't have to cut whole new pieces of this because I know I don't have enough left. We're gonna make do. Okay. Now before I glue that on though, we want to attach some ribbon. Oh, you know what? I didn't even cut the white. So 5 1/4 by 6 3/4. I love when I change it up or mess it up. And then we got to redo it. High 70s in Houston. We're going to be lucky to get like in the 50s tomorrow. And I think it was raining here a little bit ago. I thought I heard it outside, which was fine because we had snow on Monday. That is too early for snow. Lisa, you guys are going to get a rain mix and then the temperature dropping. Yeah, we had a lot of ice on Sunday night. All right, 5 1/4 by 6 3/4. Now this fits. So of course, if you want to stamp on this, doll it up, whatever you want to do, give it a whirl. You could also add like a pocket here, like if you wanted to put even more stuff. This is frustrating me. Okay, there we go. So you could write a whole little, dissertation of what everything in this packet means. All right, but I'm liking, I love it. So it's not that thick, all right? And let's just show you, we can add the gift, you can add them here. You can pull them, put a few glue dots, hold them in place. And this is what I mean. You can put like a bunch. So I love that. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Oop, I do want to punch a hole in this. I know I'm going back and forth. Actually, let me make a little mark. Center-ish. A bunch. All right, we'll add ribbon. But let's address our covers first. So here's what I envision is we're just going to cover this up, all right, like that. Actually, I can glue the tops on, but I want to add ribbon to close this whole thing. And I've got my Secret Sea ribbon, so this blue matches the background in here. That's why I picked it. But we can start just gluing these bits down. And add the designer paper bits is what I mean. Then we'll add our ribbon. And then cover that ribbon up with these pieces that we will piece everything together. All right, I'm going to put this at the bottom. So when I have my measurements, I'm just going to have like for the whole thing, not this piecing together business, because this is a fixing it. All right. Oh, so Penny, if you missed the earliers, if you want to stick around at the end, I got my paper share order, so I'm going to open everything up so you guys can see if you want. If you don't want, then you can hang up. But I thought we would cut those all open and dig in. Okay. I like it. I wasn't sure what to make about these papers, like with, they're snowflakes, but yet they're pines. But I have enjoyed them. I like the colors because there's like so many different shades of green. Okay, covers. I like to do some Fabri-Tac whenever I'm doing my covers, and tear and tape. So let's just not measure. I usually like to start it kind of in the middle-ish, and let's go about 12 inches. Why not? So cut once and then just measure out. All right, so there's that. And let's do a little measure, just because I want them to start in the same place. Let's go 2 inches from the spine. 2 inches. Okay. So we'll lay some tape down first. Actually, I'm going to flip this around because I am right-handed. And I'm just going to get this right in the middle and up to about there. And we'll burnish that. So pick it up. This is the correct way. Yep. Let's add our Fabri-Tac. And you could probably just use glue. I mean, really, this Fabri-Tac seems a little overkill for this. But I do prefer it, right? Because I don't want any possibility of my ribbon like pulling loose. All right, now I'm going to start with the flat edge right at that mark I made. Tap that down. And I'm going to go ahead and add my strip like immediately. Then I don't have to worry about this seeping through. So again, this piece was 1 by 5 1/4. Oh yeah, I hear the rain again. And we'll just cover this up. Our little whoopsie. Of course, you could stamp this. You could emboss it maybe. Give it a little texture. That would be neat. All right, cool. Then we've got our ribbon handle, which actually ends up not being as long as I thought. But it's going to be enough to tie this shut. And that's all that we really care about. All right, so let's do this one. And we're done with that. More glue. So yeah, the one I want to show you next week is more of just like a 4 gift card holder, whereas this is 4 to 6. All right, let's tap that down a little bit and then add our strip. An eyeball to get this centered. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's burnish this down. We want all these edges nice and secured. And then let's cut a little ribbon for our tab down here. And I don't know how long that is, 8 inches or so. Okay, so I'm going to do the fold it in half. Let's open this up. And let's pull this down a little bit. Let's put the loop through the front. Oops. You guys, I still have not got one single Christmas card out. All right, let's see. So our loop, let's do it this way. So take these tails and go over and through the loop and then pull that all down. I did finally get my address labels printed out, so I can get going on those. because I actually got home a little earlier today since I had to take Dave for his colonoscopy today. All right. I love it. I love it, love it. So this will tie shut. And we can just tie this in a bow. Oh, I really like it. And I'm just going to leave those long. Okay. And then we've got this at the bottom. So I wanted to decorate, like do a little bit of decorating. So I cut these pieces out of with the Everyday Arches dies. You like the brownie mug cake? Chocolate on chocolate. Oh, Jamie, for your whatever. Yeah. What did you end up with? You ended up with chocolate chocolate? Hilarious, because that was probably my favorite. That or the mint chocolate cocoa with the chocolate cupcake or the chocolate cake mix. All right, I need a scratch piece. So I figured I would use dun, 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 ornamental Christmas and or seasonal tags. Because I kind of like these little sprigs because it reminds me of like some of the stuff that's going on in here. So yeah, we'll use seasonal tags. Let's see. Well, if I can fit, right? Happy holidays or because this doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas. Let's see. Let's see what's going to fit. All right, Merry is going to fit. So, all right, we're going to do Merry Christmas. And I need that sprig. So with this, you know what? I can stamp on the back of my instruction. There's so many different greens in here. So there's Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, Old Olive. What is the rest of it? Garden Green, Old Olive, Pretty Peacock, Secret Sea, Shaded Spruce. So I feel like I need some Secret Sea in here. So I'm going to do Merry, the biggest word in Secret Sea. And I'm just going to, and then I'll do Christmas in probably the Shaded Spruce. All right, let's put this. I might have to get my head in here to get it straight-ish. Merry, actually, yep, we'll do this. Merry. Nice. Merry Christmas. Then I'll do, actually, I'll take this off later. Where's the Christmas? I'll do Christmas in, let's go Garden Green. Garden Green, or no, Old Olive. It's a little bit lighter. And I want to overlap. I do like these words. You can piece them together. Oh, boo. That doesn't, I mean, I like it good enough, but I should have done this in the lighter and the Christmas darker, but that didn't work out. Okay, now let's take two different shades of green and do our little sprig. So we'll do Garden Green. Ugh. Do Garden Green. Oopsie. That is a good thing about clear stamps. You can usually get it right back on top of the spot if you messed it up. All right, we'll do that and Shaded Spruce. Do a little bit this way. Yeah, and then one up here. All right, that is all over the place, but I like it. Okay, let me clean this quickie. And then we'll glue this to here. You guys, I cannot believe next week is Christmas. All right, we just went to the store today to get some stuff. Ooh, yeah, I like it. All right, now if this is so too stark white for you, like I'm gonna live with it, but I might like, I don't know, add some sponging or something to like make it not so white. But I do love that. All right, now this I'm gonna glue on flat. Oh yeah, I like that. All right, let me hold that down for a minute and flip through my bellies. I need something with, I know I have stuff with, yeah, secrecy. Okay. Either that or like red, which I know I don't have any red. I do have red rhinestones, but we're gonna do the secrecy. This green is Mossy Meadow, and it's just not quite, let me hold it up. Well, actually, that might work. Okay. Because I really don't want to use all my secret C's. All right, let's do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's start with that and see if I want more. So we'll do a little one, a big one, another big one, and little. Oh, ooh, yeah, I like the sparkles. Okay. I love that, you guys. So nice and big, 7 by 5.5. So definitely have to make a custom size envelope to put this in. And if you're mailing it, they're going to get you for a package, I'm sure. Because, I mean, it's not thicker than 3/4, but it may be a little lumpy because of the ribbon. So best, oh, and I just realized this is on a little bit crooked. Dang it. No, I'm not going to pull it up. I'm just going to live with it, right, you guys? So thanks, you guys. Thanks, Barb. Hey, how are you? When did you get here, Barb? Everybody's just saying hi, so maybe, hopefully it was just now. So yeah, Barb, this is let's open it back up. This is our waterfall card that will hold 4 to 6. So I'm saying 4 to 6 gift cards. I can get this undone. So you open it up, you can write whatever you want on here, and then your gift cards fit right on here. You can just glue dot those on, and then bam. And then that goes right back up there. I love it. It is like more tense to slide back and up when I added that white paper. Like it adds a little bit more height to my panel, so it doesn't want to slide as easily, but it does slide. I love that. All right, so that was the first thing. Oh, Lord. I did not mean for that to take 50 minutes. All right. So second thing, I got all these cute Christmas teas. Now this Twinings is the only one that I've seen that does the individually wrapped ones. And I had to order these off Amazon because I just couldn't find them in the grocery store. And I actually had them in my Amazon cart, this one for like 3 times, and it kept falling out of the cart because like it was selling out. So I finally got it all ordered. But I got like a box of 20 of each one. So love them. So I wanted to make a little like foldy thing. And this one, we're just using my instructions. Like I just drew this out. So I haven't made a prototype of this at all. But this one is pretty simple. So we're going to do the Keeping Traditions Christmas papers for this one. We're going to start with Real Red. And this is 7.5 by 7.5. All right. And we're going to score it we're making a little folio. And then there's going to be pockets. So 7.5 by 7.5, we're going to score it at 3.5 and 4. So we've got this 1/2 inch spine. All right. We also need, let's see. Well, then we've got, let's just do the pockets first. So we'll need 4 pockets to hold our tea bags. And I've already scored most of these. So you want 4 different patterns. And these are 2.5 tall by 4 inches wide. So if your pattern, makes a difference, just pay attention to that. But you're going to go in and score at 1/2 inch. So 2.5 by 4, and we're going to start on the long side, and we'll score 1/2 inch, turn to the right, 1/2 inch, turn to the right, 1/2 inch. All right. And it looks like I did already do all of these. So that's good. So now this is going to make a gusseted pocket. So we just cut the corners off, like where these come together. It's hard to see on some of these pattern papers. And I don't want to chop off the wrong bits. All right, so just go in, cut these at an angle. Oh, Lord, this is like the worst. Okay, this side I can see. Trying to cut a straight line on plaid. Ugh. All right, now I need help. Help. All right, I think that's it. All right. So let's fold these, fold and burnish. Now you do not need to make a pull, like a half circle punch out of that. You don't need to do that for these because I sized it to where this is going to be sticking out. So you'll just pull the T out like this, okay? Oh, awesome. Oh, Dana, so that happened to me. It's happened to me twice actually, where I bought a whole bag of different ones thinking they were individually wrapped and they were not. And it was very disappointing. I ended up taking it to work just to get rid of it because it was dead to me at that point. Like it wasn't working. So yeah, I had to make sure that this brand was individually wrapped. And I think it said that in the description. Thank goodness. All right. And then this one. Love it. Love it. Okay. So I want one of the florals here, here. Okay. So like split up flowers and then patterns. All right. So let's bring back our base so we can fold these, fold our score lines. Now to make this a little bit more sturdy. Oh, I love it. So we're going to open it up like this. To make it more sturdy, I want to add more cardstock layers to the inside. So I've got 2 pieces of Real Red that are 3.5 by 7. Is that right? Oh, no, wait, that's the tip in part. Nope. 3.25 by 7.25. All right. So I'm just gluing these in. And again, it's just to make it a little bit more sturdy. And I'm assuming you could just leave this off if you really wanted to do without. All right. Because I'm also going to add designer paper on the front and back covers. But let's do this part first. I love it. Now, I didn't do any stamping on here because if you've figured out by now, we're going to put our pockets right on these sides. So our pockets, I want like this one here and this one here. And I just have to figure out, let's do red and blue over here. All right, so holding this just in place, just to eyeball where I have to put the pockets. You know what I mean? I didn't measure this part. So, all right, this is good. So it looks like our bottom pocket, I'm going to put it at about maybe a 1/4 inch from the bottom here. So I'm going to put glue. And I'm just going to put it on all 3 sides at once. And center it and 1/4 inch-ish. Maybe that's an 1/8 of an inch. All right. From the bottom. And let's go ahead and do this side as well because we want everything to be the same. Oh yeah, I like this. So I think this is a cute thing that, if you need teacher or neighbor or coworker, put this. Yep, perfect, perfect. Slide right in there. Just to give them a little something. And the fact that you get 20 of these in a box, I thought that was good. All right, so now this one, I'm looking to, where's the top of my tea bag gonna land? And that's good. So, I need to put something here. So I'm just gonna put this right here. So I'm not really measuring that. I was just eyeballing it. And then I put my ruler down just so I can see. All right. And again, I want to put this centered. I mean, evenly, sides here. All right. Cool. And then we can put our next pocket down. So this one is really quick, but I think it's really cute. Everything else that I found, because I did search for tea pocket holders and it just didn't have what I wanted. Everything made the pockets stand up and then it flipped back. It just wasn't what I wanted at all. And then I was like, you know what? I want a folio. I'll just figure it out. So you guys, this is the cutest thing ever. And it's a little booklet. So you may want to write something in here. So I thought, let's add a tip in. So I've got a piece of real red, and this is 3.5 by 7. So 3.5 by 7, because I don't want it to go top to bottom. This is 7.5, so this is 7. So I scored it at 3.25. So this leaves just a 1/4 inch here as our our hinge, but that's all you need. So our spine here is 1/2 inch. So I didn't want this hinge to be a 1/2 inch. I didn't want it to take up this whole thing. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this white. This white piece is 3 by 6 3/4. And I'm only doing it on the front. You could actually, you know what? I'm going to do it on the back. I would really suggest you do your writing first, though, before you put this in. Well, I guess it wouldn't be terrible. You just pull the tea bags out and then you should be able to write. But I'm thinking now, we'll write on the back, and then if you want to doll this up even more, you can. So what we want to do is add glue to this hinge. Trying to be careful because it is only a 1/4 inch. All right. So I'm going to eyeball middle-ish. And if I don't get it exactly in the middle, it's not the end of the world. All right. All right. That looks good enough. It's a little further up top than the bottom, but oh, look, and it fell off anyway. All right, good. I can move it. Oh, come on. Okay. That looks good. All right. And now I'm going to get in here and burnish it so it really decides to stay. But I thought, how cute. You can add a little message. Otherwise, you know, you could tuck maybe a little note in each pocket. Cute, cute, cute. So if this if this 1/4 inch hinge doesn't do it for you, you could make it 3/8 of an inch. I just wouldn't go a 1/2 inch because that is the width of the spine. And I wouldn't want to impede anything opening. Oh my God, look, that is so cute. And everything perfectly lines up. Oh my God. So we'd have this, could tart this up, more of this. Love it. All right. Same thing with adding the ribbon. We're going to add, I want to add the ribbon first, and then we're going to cover it with our designer paper. So designer paper, these pieces are 3 1/4 by 7 1/4. Thanks, Sue. And again, I will do, you know what? I'm going to do regular glue this time, but I am going to do my tape. All right, so 7 1/2. Let's go. Just going to make a little line here. 3 3/4. So this should be the middle. And then same thing here. And I was just putting my ruler like at the bottom. 3 3/4. Boop, 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 right here. Okay. So let's do a little bit of tear and tape. There we go. So this is our back piece first. Oh, we're going to cut ribbon. So I like the real red shiny ribbon. So we're going to use some of that. Do want to cut this straight. And let's just hold this up and however long that is. You guys, don't be shy about using your ribbon or your embellishments. If you're like me and you have, I don't know, 8 other containers of old ribbon, use it. No need to save it. All right, let's put that there. Yeah, I was lucky that I had old ribbon in certain colors because when I made my pool team treats, I needed some. So it came in handy, but really, don't bother hoarding this stuff. All right, and I'm going to put that on. Oh, yeah, pretty, pretty, pretty. And actually, I'm going to pull these out for a minute just so I can do my burnish, burnish, burnish. I feel like I need to get a little bit more glue down here. That particular pocket did not want to stay down. Cute. Cute. All right, same thing with here. Let's grab a little tape. Burnish, burnish, burnish. Glue, glue, glue. And then add our ribbon. And then we'll add our paper right on top. Is there a right or wrong for this? No. Okay. Now I had thought for doing the dolling up the cover, I would bring in some of the leftover ephemera bits that I have from the Keeping Traditions scrapbook kit. So just put a little something there. And these traditional sparkling sequins, which are unfortunately unavailable. And I really don't know if they're going to be bringing them back in stock at this point. I don't think so, but it doesn't have a date. It just says unavailable. So I'm thinking it's not coming back. But I think I'm going to finish the cover part later, and adding the gems, because I really do want to get into this paper share if you guys want, whoever wants to hang around and see these. But how cute is this? I love it. And you could add something to the side if you want, but I don't think it's really necessary. But cute. We could add another piece of paper here or more writing. But I do like, you can write your whole little message there. We could even put even more teas maybe. But I love it. Yeah, that 1/2 inch hinge seems to be like the best fit for these, because I knew that they were going to be basically stacked on top of each other. Nice. So let's just tie this up. I love that one. Cute little something that you could just, give away. Not a big expense. People that love different teas. I mean, they sound interesting. I don't like tea that much, but I'm going to try at least one of all of these flavors just because they're so pretty. But, all right. So this is our 2 little fun projects for tonight. So thank you guys for hanging out. And there's probably room in the center for a peppermint stick. Oh, you're right, Peggy. A miniature one for sure. Yep. I only have a couple minis. I had a hard time finding. Oh, and you could even add it, like tie it into when you tie it here, like a regular one. You could tie a regular one into the side. That would be cute too. Yep, for sure. Mint tea's really nice. Nice. I might have to try that. I think there's some at work. Okay, so again, thanks for hanging out, you guys. Now I'm gonna open up all of my paper share order. And like I said, I just opened the box, so I didn't. I haven't opened the packets at all. So if you guys want to hang out and watch this, then awesome. Oh, Lisa, you drink tea every day? Bigelow also does a flavored tea line. Does Bigelow do them individually wrapped, Jamie? Because I have a feeling that's one of the ones that I bought before. I think like Dana, I was trying to find individually wraps and did not. Thanks, Karen. All right, so first up, Love Notes, 6x6. Actually, let me put all my gift cards back where they live. These are all for my samples. So I think this is the only 6x6 pack. So Love Notes, let's open this up. And I don't know if this has ephemera or if it's just these panels. All right, so cute. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so there's 8 of each. So we're going to get 2 of each sheet. I love this already, that we can cut it up. Ooh, and there's stuff on the back side. Okay, I'm really liking that. Because if you cut up both your sheets like this, then you get 1 of each. Okay, so there's writing on one side, not writing on the other. I like it. All right. Ooh, more of this. I like these. And then the back side. Oh, whoops, that's a different pattern. Backside, more cutouts. Okay, so at least they're on the same side. So when you cut these, you're also going to get these. So, okay. I like that because again, you're going to get 2 sheets of this, so you can potentially use every side, you know, like you won't lose out on anything. Let's look at this next one. Sending hugs, happy heart day. Oh, okay. Same thing on the back. So we can cut those up. So these can be like little tickets. I'm liking that. I wonder if all this, oh no, all right, they're not all like that. But this one is. Ooh, happy Valentine's Day. Love. I like that. Now we're getting into more, you know, I mean, these are hearts, but I like it. All right, and then 2 more patterns. I love these stripes. Actually, what colors are these? Azure Afternoon, Cherry Cobbler. Yep, I see that. Flirty Flamingo, Garden Green, Gorgeous Grape, Real Red, and Black. I love these stripes because that's not just Valentine's. Ah, here's the blue. Okay, I love it. Jamie, you're in on this paper share? Okay. Actually, you will be the 3rd one, so awesome. You can have out of this first batch because I've already got 2 people that signed up and be ready to go. Oh, I like this. So we've got purple dots and then hearts on the back. Love it. So as far as the share goes, everybody gets 2 pieces of all of those. I like those colors together too. Oh, come on. All right. This doesn't want to go. All right, next up. And again, this is just however they stacked it. So this one is called Square Snippets. So this to me looked very quilty. Actually, there was 2 that I thought looked quilty. Let's do colors. Blueberry Bushel, Cajun Craze, Darling Duckling, Garden Green, Misty Moonlight, Peach Pie, Pool Party, Pretty in Pink, Pretty Peacock, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush. So many colors. All right, I'm just going to make a pile. Ooh, I like this. So this one has 2 sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Okay, so this is going to be, this is interesting. So I'm going to keep these 12 by 12 because if we have 4 sheets, why should I cut it up? But I like that. All right, this is weird. I mean, weird good. They haven't done this before. Is there any indication of this? Nope, just 12 pieces. So it must be 3 patterns, 4 pieces each. All right, well, I like that. So you could use these 3 by 3 squares if you wanted. The back has like, I don't know, that peach pie with white flowers. I like that. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, again, good. So we'll keep all this 12 by 12. So it looks like you'll get 3 12 by 12 sheets of this then. So this has more blues and pinks. I like it. And then just kind of like a grid with like some pink lines on the back. But that's good. Very generic. Ooh, I like this. I like these shades of pink. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just want to make sure that everything is still all the same. I love the diagonals. Ooh, and these are 4 by 4 squares. And what were these? These were, yeah, 3 by 3, 3 by 3. Oh, wait. Yeah, 3 by 3, 3 by 3, and then 4 by 4. And the back has that, this is like probably blue, like a whitish with a blue background. All right, I like that. That one was Square Snippets. Ooh, this is the other Valentine-y one, Made with Love. So I will tell you, I got this Made with Love has a scrapbooking workshop kit and 2-tone paper. So I got that I want to do something with. Colors, Bubble Bath, Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, Real Red, Strawberry Slush. Love it already. I really like this. All the X's and O's, cute. Cute. Ooh, and a nice diagonal stripe that may make your eyes cross on the screen. I really like that. Ooh, I like the hearts. All over heart pattern. Again, I don't know how clear this is coming on the screen. Oh, I like this. So red with like light pink dots. Bigger hearts. Love it. Yeah. And this is like red with just some lines. I like it. Looks like Morse code. Ooh, this is Flirty Flamingo. Smaller hearts all over. I like the all over pattern. And the back red with vertical rows of pink hearts. Look at how tiny those things are. Ooh, bubble bath. We've got some flowers with, those are tiny little hearts in between. Cute. I like that. Flirty Flamingo. Ooh, I got glue all over. Hold, please. All right. Ooh, I like this one. It's kind of like variegated, how it goes like lighter to darker. So it starts out with like Flirty Flamingo and then goes into maybe strawberry slush, real red, cherry cobbler. I really like that. Now the thing is, all right, now this back just has pink arrows and little hearts. When I cut this, I normally would cut it this way. So like the person who gets like this side isn't going to get as much of the flirty, but they're going to get more of the cherry cobbler. Whereas this, very little cherry cobbler. So you know what I'm saying? Because otherwise I would cut it this way and you only get two colors. So I have to choose some way to cut it, right? So, all right. So that one, and that was called what? Made with Love. I like that. Oh, this is a cute one. Cute as a bug. So, of course, there's a new bug set. I think there's a new toadstool set too. Cute as a bug. Basic black, blackberry bliss, Cajun craze, cloud cover, crushed curry, daffodil delight, mossy meadow, old olive, pecan pie, poppy parade, pumpkin pie, and very vanilla. And can I just say, I am so glad that they finally started listing the colors again in the catalogs. I think for a while they quit, and then they were just like pieces on the pictures of stuff, like little blobs of color. I just like it listed out better, and they are doing that. All right. Oh, cute. So you can cut these out if you want. I think this bundle comes with like a die that you could cut some of these with. I'm not sure. But cute. And then we've got like a light green background with little white flowers. Some cutouts. Nice. Now this one, I will tell you, I will just cut right down the middle. So you'll either get this side or this side. Because really, I don't want to cut it across and cut those, those out. Ooh, I like this green. Ferns, because that would go with anything. These are cute. Really cute. All right, more that you could cut out if you wanted, or, just use them as your background. And I can't get this separated. All right. Oh, I really look at that. It's a butterfly, but he's got like a face. He got all these cute faces. The snail's cute. So the back is just kind of like a sponge painted wall. White and petal pink, maybe? Interesting. Oh, more cute stuff. This time with like a little, I don't know. This is a cloud cover background, I think. Yep. And they've got little strawberries and blackberries. The caterpillars are different colors. Cute. Oh, here's another background that's quilty. Like that. Oh, I like the berries. And then there are little bees. Cute. Little strawberries, little blackberries, tiny little bees. And another, so similar patterns, different colors. Interesting. Ah, I like it. So this is, yeah, this is what the new toadstools look like. And I know there's dies. I really like those. Those are cute. Ooh, I love a good check. Love a good check. The Square Snippets designer paper goes with the Joyful Squares bundle on page 54 of the new mini. Nice. Yeah, I'm not going to lick the paper, Gail. No, I don't even lick the envelopes. All right, this one, lovely and beautiful 12 by 12 specialty paper. So this has probably gold in it. Calypso coral, darling duckling, fresh freesia, old olive, peach pie, petal pink. Yep, and gold. Okay, so this, oh yeah, actually let me flip that adhesive down so it doesn't get stuck. Ooh, yeah. So petal pink and white flowers, I like that. But the back side, bigger flowers. And see, can you see all that gold? I love it. All right, green leaves, can't go wrong with that. Ooh. So I don't know if this is going to pick up at all, but these dots that you're seeing, those are the metallic. And the flowers are fresh freesia. And then there's some green little pattern around it. That's really pretty. Ooh, nice. Fresh freesia, white flowers. I like that. Nice little tiny all over flower. Ooh, I like this. So these bigger flowers, they're better for bigger pattern, bigger project. Smaller pattern, smaller project. So sometimes you'll see with a different brand of paper, they'll have 12 by 12 packs, and then they'll have 6 by 8 or 6 by 6 packs of, it looks like it's the same pattern, but it's really not. The 6 by 6 is smaller because they intend those to be for card making, and they want the bigger, the 12 by 12 for bigger projects like scrapbook pages or scrapbooks. So just, you know, little tidbit there. When you say bigger patterns, it's hard to, if you cut this up a little tiny piece for a card front, this, all this flower is going to take up the whole, your whole card front. Like, so it'd be better for bigger projects. Okay. Ooh, I like these peach and purple flowers, like little flowers. Nice little background. Ooh. So just straight up gold on, this looks like a white background. So you could definitely spray ink on this, like do some ink smushing or smashing to get like blobs of color on it. Love it. Calypso coral. Love this with the white flowers. And oh yeah, more of those ginormous flowers. I love them. And then we've got the gold bits. Very pretty. Ooh, and again, another like check. This is like peach pie probably. And yep, more big flowers. I like that. All right. What's that called? PM. PM. What do you mean, Peggy? This is called Lovely and Beautiful. Is that what you mean? That paper? Lovely and Beautiful. Ugh. All right. I told Dave I was going to be a little late tonight. I hear the food going. All right. Love Story. Oh, 12 by 12. This is not in the paper share. This was the pack that I ordered extra to go with the, I told you I got the scrapbooking kit, the Love Story scrapbooking kit. So this has like pinks and reds, but it's probably got like 2 pieces of each. So I can do something to make like a little mini book. So that is not the share. All right. This one. Ooh, natural hues, 12 by 12 textured. So I included this because I thought it would be interesting. There are 3 pieces of this. Okay. So let's say again, natural hues textured. So this looks like handmade paper. Can you see that texture on there? It's definitely, you can feel it. It is not going to be good to stamp on, I don't think, because it's not going to give you an even surface. But there are 3 shades of it, and I thought this would be neat. So that's why we get that, and that's included. It looks like this linen, this vanilla one, is lumpier than these 2. But I thought that was neat. And it definitely does look like handmade paper. So natural hues. All right, this one, mixed up patterns. And this color, balmy blue, bubble bath, daffodil delight, old olive, secret sea, strawberry slush. All right, can I get this out of here? All right, so a blue background, that's probably balmy blue with the white flowers. I like that. So, you know, you could color those too if you want, or add a little bit of yellow. Ooh, nice. Speaking of yellow, I love that. That's kind of like hand-drawn stripes or something. So this is pretty. This is like strawberry slush with faint little swirls. Yeah, you can see that. I like that. Ooh, that's a secret sea pattern. Nice, like herringbone or something. Good for guy cards. Nice. This looks like wood or brushed paint or something. So that's probably secret sea in white. And a little zigzag that I can't tell what color that is. Maybe strawberry slush? I don't know. Ooh, I like this too. This is kind of like aged something, like paint. Green and white, that's always good. Very faint polka dots here. These are pink polka dots on a white background. All right, green, tiny. These are tiny little scallops. I know it looks like just stripes, but they're teeny tiny little scallops. I don't think that's going to show. Pink with a crisscross pattern. So a lot of good basic things here in this pattern. This looks like flowers. So it's like a yellow background with white. I don't know what pattern we would say. It looks kind of flowery. And then blue with these little white bits. So yeah, nice. Good basics, I think, for guys and girls. Let's see how many more we have. Peaceful days. Let's just do this. Okay. Let's just stack them all on top. All right, peaceful days. Oh, two-tone. Oh, duh, that's not included. That was on sale, and I bought it for myself. All right, pleasant patterns specialty. Peach pie, pretty in pink, shy shamrock. So again, the specialty usually has like gold or metallic or those ephemera packs. They call those specialties. All right, let's get this out. So there are, ooh, nice. 2 sheets of each one of these. These are one-sided and they are thicker than regular designer paper. But this looks like peach and copper or something. So they're white on the back. So everybody will get a 6x12 piece of this, right? Because there's 2 pieces of each. Ooh, this feels like photo paper. Like the front is like coated and then the back is not. So this is like pink and purple or something, but like little flowers and shiny. Ooh, nice. This is definitely shy shamrock and like a foily diagonal. Interesting. I love it. All right, so you get 3x6 pieces of that. Ooh, this is the fun boardwalk one, beach boardwalk. So we've got Blackberry Bliss, Bubble Bath, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Lemon Lolly, Petunia Pop, Pool Party, Pretty in Pink, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, Summer Splash, Timid Tiger. So a lot of ink colors in this one too. And this one, of course, has a bundle, like dies and stamps and all the things, doodads. Cute. So, summer boardwalk theme. We've got our Ferris wheel, the balloons, like, that's cute. Really cute. The back of that has an ombre, so I will probably cut this way so everybody gets all the colors, but cute. Ooh, palm trees. I love that. Pinks and purples. Nice. And again, ombre. This goes purple down to pink. Another ombre with suns that goes from yellow to orange, like light yellow, medium to orange. Backside is like clouds or, like blobbies. Ooh, this looks like pool water or something. I like that. Yeah, definitely looks like a pool. Clouds on a bigger scale. Ooh, nice. All right, so this one definitely will get cut this way so that you can make cards with that. I love that. Ooh, and I like that. Nice. Tickets. Yay. So you can either cut these out, and hopefully if I cut this right in the middle, it's not going to cut through. Yep. Okay. So that should cut right there. All right. So everybody's going to get the same amount. And I like that background. Nice. All right. So boardwalk. All right. We're getting down to the end. Actually, this will do at the end because that's your freebie. Three more packs. Ooh. So this is the Easter pack that I was so glad they finally had an Easter. They haven't had the Easter pack of paper in a long time, or one that I really liked. So this is Easter Joy Specialty, Balmy Blue, Crumb Cake, Lemon Lolly, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock. So lots of, and it didn't say metallic or foil, but it's got some in here. Ooh, and this is more of that, it feels like photo paper on the front, but the back has a print. So this is two-sided. So that's what this specialty is, that this is kind of like coated, but I love that print. Nice. Stripes. Yeah, there's definitely some metallic in all this. I like those. And then the back is like a matte finish, like regular, but it is thicker than normal designer paper. I like this too. This to me is like just the colors. They're just going to go. Yeah, Jamie, that other one was water for sure. That's Shy Shamrock. So like there's Easter eggs in here and then little flowers. Ah, okay. So a cut up. I wonder how this is going to stamp because it is coated and with this metallic. We'll have to see. So this one, I will probably be cutting this way because why would I cut other tags right in half? So let's see the back side. Okay. Checkered print. So this is like blue and green. Pretty enough. Ooh, I like this background. I just like the foil and it really just feels different. And then the back has this cute bunnies and baskets print. And that's like blue. I love the eggs. This is probably my favorite. Yeah, I'm glad that they've got this. And then like a basket weave pattern on the back. So I like that. All right, one more and then our glimmer paper. So this one is Nature Walk. I really like this one too because I thought it would be, it's like good generic stuff. And I think the suite that this goes with, it might be like floral stamps. I don't remember. But, oh wait, let's look colors. Balmy Blue, Blueberry Bushel, Cloud Cover, Crumb Cake, Garden Green, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Pretty Peacock, Secret Sea. So just about every green and green blue. I love this. It looks like, paint, like finger painting, but like I love the ombre. So again, I will cut this way so you get some of everything. I like this secret sea background. Nice. Ooh, that's gonna work for a card for Dave because he loves the blue. That's interesting. So it looks like they sponged, and this is like a, I don't know, dark blue and a medium blue. Ooh, I like the greens and the crumb cake. Very fatiguey. Pretty peacock background. I love that. Looks like crumb cake grid. So again, you could stamp a map on here. Ooh, look at these words. I love it. Just old-timey writing. Ah, some more of these like spongy swirls, but in some darker greens. I really like that. Mm, more green on the back. Ah, green's my favorite. That's gonna be a hard choice for me. More pretty peacock, and then a grid. So neat. I like that. So these I think could go with any theme, you know, not um not any one in particular. All right, so pastels shimmer 12 by 12 specialty. So this is your freebie that you're going to be getting. There's 6 pieces, so it's going to be like a half a piece, a 6 by 12 piece of everything. Bubble bath, lemon lolly, and pool party. So again, shimmer, pastels, shimmer. And I'm glad that there's 4 of these specialty papers because I reuse these packagings like with this cardboard in here. All right. Like I reuse this whole thing to ship stuff in. Okay, so yep, so 2 pieces of each. So you're gonna get a 6 by 12 piece of the pink, of the lemon lolly, and this has like it's like a lustery look, shimmery lustery look. I like the lemon lolly. Yeah. And again, I think it's coated, so I don't know how good it's going to be as far as stamping on, but you can definitely emboss it and die cut for sure. And then this blue. I like it. So, yeah. And that is that. So again, Rose, you bought the Nature Walk paper. Oopsie. To go with I'm still getting used to this. I always forget how do I do it. You bought the Nature Walk paper to go with the Gears and Textures bundle. Oh yeah, it's manly colors. Yep. And there's a scrapbook. Yep. Yeah, there is a scrapbook kit, like the one that has like a paper pack and a sticker sheet. Yeah. Lots of oh yeah, stays on for the coated paper. That would definitely work. I'm looking at mine. I only use mine for like tarnished foil. I hate stamping and stays on. Like that's just me though. And especially like the photopolymers, I just don't trust it that it cleans good because you can't really use that stays on cleaner on the photopolymers because it will like deteriorate the stamps. But that would work definitely for red rubber for sure. So, yeah. Okay, you guys, thanks for hanging out. And when I post the pictures, I did start my blog post, but I gotta go back and fix this measurements that I had wrong on the first ones. So I hope you liked our projects, the multi gift card holder, and I really like the tea bag thing, like the folio, because if any little thing that would be that size, we could make little pockets for. All right. Again, I will let you know about next week. I'm hoping to come on Tuesday and we'll do another waterfall. And actually, I'll just show you. So this is my second prototype for my other waterfall. This one's going to hold 4. And can I do it? it actually folds up correctly. Like it folds flat, I should say. But this one is going to be more of a, yeah, like a tri-panel folio, and then I clicked it shut with magnets. So I want to do that next week. Thanks, Dana. Yeah, Merry Christmas. So yeah, oh, we can make a B-52 NT. Rose, you're funny. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go eat dinner. Super late, but whatever. It is what it is. Yes, Merry Christmas, everybody. And I hope I catch you. Thanks, Jamie Gibbs. So, yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna cut it off. All right, bye. Thanks.